Yo, welcome back to Once and One Podcast with Shy Boy Jimmy, Brenda, and Jay. This your boy Shy Boy Jimmy.
Mac Daddy Brenda.
Yo, what's up? This is Jay.
And we'll be discussing topics, interviewing new artists, and speaking up for the culture. If you're trying to vibe out, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for this episode. Much love.
Check it out.
Man, how do you really move? Like, how are your emotions in certain situations? I gotta know.
And then before you know it, we was podcasting.
It's like, I don't know, like when I saw him, like it felt like it was the little boy in me crying.
Hey y'all, we finna talk about Sinners. Y'all all saw Sinners?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
James just saw it. He took somebody on a little date. Lucky her.
Look good.
Okay,
Right.
I saw it 3 times, so I'm gonna go last because
I saw it twice.
Hold on, 3 times.
I thought
Okay,
I
so-
did see it 3 times, but not intentionally 3 times. But like
Wow.
I felt
Tell the people why you saw
Okay,
it three
so
times.
the
She went on some dates.
first time I took myself on
3
a
niggas took
solo date. No, I took myself on a solo date, but I had asked my mama did she want to go, but she was like playing around like, oh, I don't think so. So when I went to the movies, like the movie was like 10 minutes in, and she called me like, what you? I thought we was going to the movies. So the minute I left Sinners, I took my mama back to fucking see Sinners.
So that's the second one.
Yeah, 2 times in a row. I spent my whole goddamn day in Sinners, and then somebody took me on a date. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all something. Before we start talking about it, I went to the fucking movie theater in Hyde Park. Closed at the fuck. Have you ever been to the movie theater in Hyde Park?
Harper. Yeah.
It's terrible. It ain't no color to it.
What you mean ain't no color?
That
to
shit
it?
was like
something
black
inside
and
of it.
white.
What was black and white?
The movie theater
It was no
itself.
color to it. Like how you see color in the screen, like
Yeah.
that bit, like the screen, like the movie theater, like screen was going out.
That's just,
Nah,
it's an
that's-
old movie
nah,
theater.
you-
Oh, you talking about the?
Lawsuit or something.
I swear to God, like in there, like, and it was the man first
They
time.
just redid the movies.
I swear to God, like when
They
I was
did
in
just
there,
do
like
that.
if I would have recorded it, like I told him like you need to go see this shit again because like you know how some of them was like super fucking dark, you
Yeah.
couldn't see them, like that's how terrible.
That's why I went my first time seeing it. I went at IMAX.
Yeah,
I went-
Hyde
I
Park
went-
needs to close. They building
Nah.
a Chick-fil-A out there. Y'all need to build a movie theater. That shit was terrible.
That
built
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
Fuck
where?
Chick-fil-A.
They
bro.
building. Yeah, they
We
building.
don't even
Wait, get back on
support
topic.
Chick-fil-A,
But like
go back
they
to
is
that
building
movie.
They need a
I
movie
mean, I live
theater.
there. That's what I'm like.
Nah.
Yeah, they is building one out there. But yeah, that's why I saw it 3 times.
Have you seen it in IMAX at all?
I did see it at IMAX and like this in the big. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah. Mhm.
But no, it's like IMAX, not the big theater, but it has to be an IMAX camera rear that's playing a film.
I think I might have because like I went to the second one. I feel like it was better quality than my
Okay.
first one.
Yeah, because IMAX is the best quality to
Yeah.
watch it in.
And the screen was big as hell. But like I was watching like damn this shit like different. Like
Yeah.
I noticed more than I noticed in the first time
Yeah.
around.
Because I
Okay.
seen it my second time seeing it, I saw it in regular theater, and
Uh-huh.
then it was completely different than my first
You saw
time.
Yeah.
movie terms too?
I saw it twice.
So James, you go first because you a
You-
newbie.
yeah, you saw it once, so
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you feel about it?
It's a good 8 out of 10.
What makes it an 8 out of 10?
8 is kind of fucked
Well,
up.
This maybe just my How's it fucked up? That's still good.
Okay, go ahead. Why is it an 8 out of 10?
Well, I guess my personal thing is one, I don't really care for musicals like that, and it was kind of a musical. And then 2,
Calling it a musical is
Why
crazy.
do everybody call it a musical? It's not
Because
a
it was,
musical.
but I feel like a lot of
They
old
was
school
playing
music. I mean, movies have music in it. Like instead of them putting like the soundtrack, they would just
the
sing.
soundtrack was still in
Well,
there too.
all right, so it wasn't a musical in the sense of like it was made to be like a musical,
just
but
had
it
music
did
in
have
it.
a musical
It had a lot of
scene
singing
in
in
it
it.
though.
It just had music in it. Yeah, it wasn't a
good, but-
musical though.
They're performing. I know it's not a musical, but I'm saying the way they did it is like,
I kind of get what you
Musical.
mean. I get what you mean with it.
Okay.
and that's just my personal.
I would call
preference.
it
I
a
don't-
musical, but like sometimes, like when I see movies and they sing something, I'm like, oh god damn, like yeah.
Yeah,
But did
and
you
then-
feel like that when you saw them singing? You was like, God damn, another song? Or was you like,
My second time
No.
around, I'm like, hey, go this goddamn thing. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's just,
What
it's
you
just me.
feel?
Like, I just like to get into the story. I have no problem with the music. The music was cool, and the symbolism was nice. But I'm just like,
Is that the only reason why I made it an 8 out of 10 for you?
I mean, no, it was a good movie. It just wasn't like a perfect movie.
This nigga,
I think it was a
hater.
perfect movie.
This
That's
nigga,
not-
a
I think it was
hater.
a-
I think it was a 10
8
out of 10.
10
Yeah.
isn't hate though.
I
That's
think
still good.
I think it was a 10. But like
It's
other
your
than the
opinion,
music,
it's
like
okay.
what
You
what
can
else?
kinda
Like
do
what do you feel like could have been better?
I mean, shit,
This
nigga.
nigga's
No,
a hater.
I'm not hating.
As-
You
'cause
said no.
okay, so
Wait.
answer
Hold
the
on, no,
question. What do you think
wait.
could've been
I'm
better?
trying to explain.
Okay, explain.
8 out of 10 is not bad.
Ain't
But
nobody
what
saying
So
could've
you
been
saying what
better?
could have been better? Like something was just abnormally wrong. No, it just probably wasn't the perfect movie. Like I said,
So what's a perfect movie to you?
Yeah.
Dark Knight's a perfect movie. Story good, editing everything was good.
Dark
This
Knight
nigga
is
is
a
a
good ass
coon,
movie.
guys.
No, Dark Knight is a good ass movie.
But Dark Knight have those parts to me where I'm just like when the Joker wasn't in it, it was kind of like it's
Boring.
dry. Yeah. So like that, like I don't get that because like for me, I'm like when Joker wasn't on the screen, I'm like, oh goddamn, put Joker back on the screen. So I mean, I guess Dark Knight.
He
to
did
me,
make the movie.
He made the movie.
But it was Dark Knight is a good ass movie.
It's the acting and also the story in Dark Knight made it to me like perfect. Like everything connected and it made sense.
What's
and
another that's not an action movie, like super action based movie? That's a 10 out of 10 for you.
10 out of 10. If I can think about it.
If y'all ever seen Goodfellas, that's a 10 out of 10.
I haven't.
I don't think
but
I
heard it's a good movie.
It's a one of the mob movies. Yeah, I know what you talk about, but I haven't watched it. I've seen The Godfather, but
well,
we
that's the thing though. Also, this is a horror movie supposedly.
Yeah,
and it doesn't hit like
it wasn't a horror. It was a thriller.
It wasn't.
It's categorized as a horror though.
Is it?
It was a documentary.
Is it for real?
No, I was just playing.
I believe it is.
Look, that's why they say podcast not real. This nigga, somebody gonna look at that and think that shit real.
It wasn't a documentary. It was supposed to be a horror film, but then I just feel like the effect of it, the impact of it, or like
it's a horror / adventure.
It wasn't as scary as it could have been, or like should have been, or whatever. But I don't think it's supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like.
No,
I think they had to put it like that because of like the scenes that they had, but I don't think it was meant to be a horror movie.
I think it's some loose ends in the movie too that kind of didn't tie in. That I didn't meet the connection. Y'all saw it multiple times.
Like
what? The Native Americans chasing down the white dude. They didn't really explain that the rest of the movie.
Yeah, so
they was vampires.
We why were the Native Americans hiding him though?
They vampire hunters.
But I'm saying they never really explained like what their significance was to that. I'm saying it's not a big problem. I'm just saying like that's something they left like a loose end. Like why were y'all pursuing him in the first place?
I feel like because like
and why the fuck he ain't burning up while he was in the sun?
He was burning up.
No, like he didn't just straight up die.
They let him, but you got to think. I think you got to see it a second time too because like even at the very end, like it took them a minute to all burn.
Yeah. He was sizzling up, so when sizzling,
that's why he was begging to come in.
But look where he was running from. Was no shade around. Like he
wasn't running.
He was flying.
He appeared.
He fell out the sky.
You gotta watch it a second time. He just fell out the sky. Yes. You gotta.
So then you was in the sky with no shade. Then you should have been dead.
Because I think because like he was the only one that can like make himself like pop in.
My thing about it, we talked about it was like these 3 birds over the house. You remember the vultures that was flying around the house. So somebody on Twitter was saying that basically like he probably put himself in a different form to try to fly to as far as he could fly. Because then like at the end when he turned into like that monster,
them Twitter niggas.
Yeah, but like at the end when he was transforming into something else. Like he wasn't just Remick. Like he wasn't just the white man no more. He like his fingers started getting big, his nails started getting big and stuff. So like he was transformed. So there's a possibility he was probably one of them birds. But you never know because a lot of people say a lot of people say like vampires turn into bats or something like that. But they were saying like it's a theology that like vampires usually turn into more than just bats. They can turn into anything.
Okay, let me ask. What's one more loose end that you feel like didn't make sense?
Yeah,
I mean, thinking about it, I gotta just think shit.
I think you should go see it the second time. I feel like and the crazy part, because I saw it the same time, like back to back, like it was so many parts in the movie. I'm like, oh, like even like at the very end, like why he couldn't kill him because the lady put that thing on him. I didn't catch that the first time around. Really? Like it was,
I caught that.
It was a lot of shit. Like the first time around, I'm just like, damn, I didn't really catch that. But I was in there by myself, and I don't do horror movies. So I was in that bitch like, what the fuck? Like my first 2 minutes in, I said, God damn, what fucking time? I was like, what is this? A horror? Because I
didn't know what it was either. I just knew it was like a scary movie type shit. But I went in there with no expectations.
I didn't know what it was. All I know is Michael B. Jordan was in a fucking movie and everybody was talking. I said, "Oh, bet, let me go fucking see."
Michael B. Jordan was amazing in the movie.
Yeah, he played 2 different worlds. That shit was crazy. Yeah. But then I feel like when it came to like the Mojo scene at the end, like because like when he was trying to bite him, you could see like the screen kind of went a different type of color or something. Like it was like
I didn't see it.
It was like a force field or whatever. Like it's like basically covered him when he was trying to bite
what's
him.
that man that be giving movie reviews? Who be grading the movies?
It's a lot
on like WGN or something like that, and he be like,
like,
this nigga Jimmy went in like that, like he talking about the colors. This nigga was just like, wait a second, let me see.
No, because the first time, of course, I just sat down and watched it. You know what I'm saying? But then I was still like paying attention to the background, paying attention to like the color scheme, the camera work, all that. I was just paying attention to everything. But then the second time, for real, I was really locked in. Like I'm not missing shit.
Because you already saw it. Yeah.
I'm not missing shit.
So it was a good movie. I like the symbolism in it. I like the connection with like the
Asians.
Okay, what was y'all symbolism? Cause mine, what was y'all?
They were sinners. Everything about it. The 2 brothers were criminals. They used to steal, rob, kill.
Yeah, they said the vampire was greed. I mean, not greed, but envy.
That could be it.
And then they were soldiers too. They explained that. Then they just randomly came out with them guns at the end. Like he started killing everybody. That was
love that part.
Yeah, he
got the revenge shit. Because dude told him like, yeah, you know, they're gonna come kill you anyway.
But I think that when you come down to that, like the part when he was trying to roll the cigarette or whatever, did y'all notice like the whole movie? Every time he smoked a cigarette, he got it from his brother.
Yeah, he was shaking. His hand was shaking.
His PTSD.
No, it's because he was in a war. They said he had to shake.
His brother
always rolled the blunt.
Yeah. So they handed it to him.
Yeah. So that was like a thing to talk about, to notice there. It's just because like damn, like he can't really smoke no fuck. If his brother not there, he can't smoke no cigarette. That's fucked up. That's why he asked dude for a cigarette.
Let me tell you what I got from it.
Wait, I didn't even get the
symbolism. Oh, go ahead.
So like you said, vampires was like envy or whatever. I think there's like a symbolism of like death. What I was saying was about like Remick. He wanted Preacher Boy because he could take him to different realms and see different avenues of his life that he don't see no more. We don't even know how old Remick is. Like he probably like 100 years old or something like that. I don't know. But then like Preacher Boy was breaking through that barrier of the realm because they said like people have some people, not all people, but some people that sing and rap or whatever, they have a connection with different realms.
That's why they were showing all the different type of music and stuff like that.
And they can open up different realms and like different generations from the past and the future. So then it's like when he was singing, he opened up that realm and like everybody was in that fucking juke joint with them that night. So that's why like he understood that he had an actual gift and he wasn't just out here just singing, and he wanted that. And that's like when they try to sing with the ukuleles and they try to do that white people music type shit, like it wasn't the same. Like it wasn't like no soul in it. It wasn't nothing. But you could see when Preacher Boy was singing, it was like his heart pouring out, and it, like he had a gift.
No, I get that.
So that's why Remick wanted him.
I think I'm gonna go into my Dr. Umar. This is what happened when y'all fuck white hoes. Period. When you dance with the devil,
he gonna follow you home.
No, for real. When I left the movie, I personally, when I go to the movie, I just go to the movies to watch the movie. Like I don't look for like the symbolism. Like I be seeing what people be saying. But like I'll just go to enjoy the movie. Like I don't really care too much about like the symbol, because I feel like you can really say like listen to what your parents say because his daddy said da 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 da. You can really go on the Christian side of things when they say like doing all this gyrating and da da da. Like I can see where it goes, but like to me, I'm just like just stop fucking with them white hoes because her stupid white ass went out there and then y'all died.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
That's all I got from it.
Like she was the first one to change. Because she was half white, half black.
And then the Asian, then because they fry some good chicken, y'all want to invite the Asian fucking people.
No, I'm not going to. The Asians didn't even cook. It was Annie that cooked. So the Asians was the one who provided the fish and provided the sign.
Yeah, we got to start killing our own goddamn chickens. Because then this Asian hoe invited the fucking zombies in.
Well, no, she had a good reason though.
Because the daughter. Okay, let's ask about that.
I get the fucking reason.
No, but what you gonna say, James? Because a lot of people on Twitter debating that if she had a good reason or not.
It was a good reason.
She flashback saying, "Okay, he knows everything about like our life, so we gonna kill her daughter, change her, whatever."
Y'all want to know something?
Hold on. Y'all come. She said, "Fuck it, y'all just gonna come in and take us." She'd rather go out swinging than let her daughter just get taken.
Okay. She said she had to add that to the movie because she said, I had watched this interview where he just had her saying, "Come on in," and she was just like, she knew like everybody was gonna eat her up for that, so like she had to add in like seeing the daughter and seeing all of that because like in the original part, she was just like, "Come on in," and she was like, "Nah, they gonna eat her up regardless," but she was just like, it was like no like real like understanding behind it, so they had to show the daughter and shit like that. And of course I understand because even when she said, I'm like, I don't even understand what the debate is once she mentioned the fucking daughter. Hell yeah, like.
But that's the thing. I feel like at the top of it, like a lot of people were saying that like y'all left y'all daughter at the fucking store. Like if y'all really was thinking about it, y'all
wasn't no goddamn vampires.
It's 1930. It's a different time.
It's a different time, but like y'all waved at her and y'all waved at her. Y'all wasn't talking about making sure she was safe. Y'all, how was she safe? Like these, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
but we don't know. But we don't know if she was at home with grandparents. Asians they stick together. So like I feel like a lot of people want to dig too deep into the fucking movie. We don't know. Like I don't. And she seemed like she was like 16 years old. She wasn't no little ass girl in the movie.
I ain't gonna lie. You talking about we should go change your daughter if you don't come out. Hey,
I
say
would have
less.
ran
Come
out
on.
and the first thing she did is attack that nigga. She said, "We gonna die together."
No, but they still would have went. They just would have changed her, and they would have got her for sure. So
Because
all right, look, y'all want to come in and get bro? All right, come on, say less.
Because what if she was just outside out there? Because you got to think like, ain't nobody thinking of zombies. It's like we just fucking outside, so they could have been outside and just got her.
That's the thing. I feel like when it comes down to that part about just being outside, because when they killed, well, should we say it? Or because I think, when Michael B. Jordan, the first Michael B. Jordan died, I don't know if that was Smoke or Stack. I don't know which one. Stack. When Stack died or whatever, and they locked him in the room, and then like every day was like, okay, everybody, the party over or whatever. So all them people went out there, like that's why they turned into that big ass mob, because like everybody got ate. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? So like I feel like if everybody would have stayed in, because Annie didn't really understand like
she didn't know what they was
until like after she seen Stack. So she said keep everybody inside, and then it was too late because everybody left already.
What is a Hank?
A Hank is like the people that's like a soul swifter.
Okay,
soul surfer.
I think that's why I'm like, what the fuck is a Hank?
So like they basically take you remember that movie Skeleton Key?
I don't watch no scary movie.
It's a movie called Skeleton Key. So it was a white woman or whatever, and it was a black. They was from Louisiana. It's a black woman. She died a long time ago, but she just go body to body. They keep taking the body. So like when they take your body, like for instance, Brenda, you be her housekeeper. She try to kill you or like switch bodies with you, and then you grow old with your old body, and then she switches to another body. Oh, okay. So it's like I'm not into that, so I don't really know like the whole thing, but I believe that's what it was like when because it's like
that's why she was trying to get them out the house.
They take souls from you switching souls and taking people's bodies, and you live in so like you no longer Brenda, you'll be whoever the person that took your soul or took your body. But so she thought that's what that was at first, but then like when she threw the garlic, that's when she realized they was vampires. But then it's like I feel like on a love note or whatever, when it come down to love, like he had to kill Annie, you know what I'm saying? Like he had to take her out because she turned into the vampire.
Oh, that's another part.
That was so sad. Like
no, niggas will die over some pussy. That's why I got Foreman too. I'm like, God damn.
What you mean?
How you get that from that?
Preacher boy just met that girl, ate her twangy ass coochie.
No, that shit wild. She said I didn't even watch it. I'm like, oh
didn't want to leave, didn't even know her, and then the reason why y'all fucking vampires in the first place is because you couldn't leave that white goddamn girl alone. Y'all damn it was like brothers and sisters because y'all grew up together. Yeah. That was a little country as hell. And then Annie, you left her with this dead ass baby in the backyard. And now could nobody leave these bitches alone.
No,
that was pissing me off.
The baby been died.
Y'all would die over some coochie. That's all I got from it too. I got that
the whole thing is they call it sinister. Everything that everybody
I get it, but like
and they represent different parts. The alcoholic musician.
They was thieves.
Yeah, thieves, the thugs,
She do.
The only one who wasn't
the
saying
white girl
was
ain't really do much.
What's who?
The only one who was, I think Preacher Boy was the only one who didn't sing. Like
I think his saying was really just
he
like
ate a maid woman twang, bro. What you talking about?
I think from what his daddy was saying, like if you like from biblical side, like if you dance with the devil and stuff like that, because you know how they say like when a lot of people go like really like invest into God, like they don't listen to like what do they call
the devil's music.
Secular, yeah, they don't listen to secular music. So like that's what his daddy was calling and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I feel like when it comes down to that, even like because like people even like let me see the Clark sisters, they mom because there's a Gothic church, what's it called Gothic something church like it's G
Gnostic.
No, it's G Gothic. What is it?
Gothic.
Not Gothic like the Gothics. It's God Kick or something like that. Gnostic. So it's a certain type of church.
What are you trying to explain?
I'm trying to explain. when the Clark sisters were starting to make moves and get money and stuff, they invited their mom to perform with them at the Grammys. So then like they were still singing gospel music, but then like the church basically tried to kick Maddie Moss out the church because she was performing at the Grammys with her daughters, and they said that was like secular. Yeah, but it's like they were singing gospel, but like some churches still do that.
They see different stuff as
whatever secular.
But like, I feel like that's what the daddy was saying, because like even in the beginning he was like they want to be sweating on each other and gyrating. So like even if it's like you just singing from the soul and stuff like that, like they just see like how they dance with each other and stuff like that. So I feel like that was his sin, because like you got to think they looking at it from the Bible's point of view.
But I just feel like when it comes down to music, I feel like he was sharing his gift regardless, and I just feel like that's not no sin. And it's like a lot of people still see like a lot of people still like, so for instance, Sexy Red. They look at Sexy Red and think of her a certain way or whatever, but like and they look at certain people a certain way. But I feel like come down to it, like people still do fucked up shit.
But
so
we looking at it. They looking at it. You gotta look. I understand what you're saying, but they looking at it from the Bible. Like we don't agree with this, but like the movie was based off kind of like how the Bible views.
This is also 1930, so like you gotta think about the blues back then is how people view rap now.
Yeah,
because the blues, the stuff they talk about in blues is like dark. You think about it.
They said that the blues was like the devil's music or like secular music, but I was like it started from the church
because they talking about their pain.
It was like it's
because some start from church. I mean, it still represents it.
I think you think about like Ella James, Muddy Waters, or like Wild Howlin' Wolf, and like all them stuff. You listen to them, like they got some real shit they talking about, and it's like it's not even about like nothing crazy. It's like it's really about pain.
What was going on? It's like shit that was going on. It was like really dark and sad. And like in them times, that was really going on at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
So like his dad not liking it, it makes sense in 1930. You think about it.
Yeah, it do.
Like that stuff is like
I
say Jew joints
from his
and stuff.
Brother and stuff like that, like how his brother. And
it's
I feel
like how people view drill music now, like.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of things came down to his how his brother, because his brother was like into it, and so like he didn't live like a great life. He was a liar and stuff like that, and like he played
the daddy, Stack and Smoke daddy.
Yeah.
No. I thought you meant Preacher Boy had a brother. I'm like,
no, I'm saying So
well, he did have siblings, but I don't know.
They didn't
that's
show
what
him.
I'm saying. I think Preacher Boy daddy was kind of just like, well, my brother went down this wrong path, and he was playing music.
They said dad was abusive and everything.
Yeah. So I think when it comes down to it, like because they say like Satan was like a good musical, like he can sing real good, and it's like I feel like that's another reason why a lot of people connect that to like not holy or not whatever. But then like when you think about it, like Jesus loved music and like he loves like sound. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when the final day, like when judgment day come, we're gonna hear trumpets and stuff like that. So it come down like to which side are you trying to see, what your vantage point of the situation, because like either way it go, it's gonna be a beautiful sound as music. But then like it comes to like your own as a people, as a culture, like how are we going to digest this music, or how are we going to digest this? Because like everybody has their own vantage point or like understanding of it. But it's like, do you feel it as demonic music? Do you feel it as like you speaking your culture? Do you feel it as speaking your truth or whatever? So it's like, how do you feel once you hear this song?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, since you said demonic, somebody made a key point on this. They were just like, anytime a black person make a movie like that, they always deem it demonic, but white people make movies like that all the time and it's never demonic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that is true. Like when a black person make a movie and it is like church, I'm like, it is like a lot of like fucking white movies and they're
like
in the church and they do not deem that shit as demonic. But like when a black person make a movie, they like, oh, this shit is demonic.
Paranormal Activity. Yeah. Like, cause Paranormal Activity for the show, I'll be like I had to stop watching that shit.
I don't want to ruin it for Steve. Ain't see it, y'all. So let's wrap it up a little bit. Yeah, because we could go on. I do feel like if we can give it a grade, I would give it an A. Like I'm giving it an A for sure. I like the movie.
I'm giving it an A for sure.
It's still only 8 out of 10.
I like that Michael B. Jordan. Like the crazy part about it to me, like how everybody like, which one would y'all go for? Stack of Smoke. I'm like, that shit goes for demeanor. I'm like these are two different people, but their demeanors are so fucking different.
Yeah.
Like they
trying
like,
to say who you gonna pick.
Like who would you pick? And they the same fucking people.
Fuck on to marry.
Yeah, they were their same people.
It's the same nigga
acting. But listen, it just go for people. It just go for people demeanor. And I'm like, that's what people don't realize. I'm like, everything about you is your demeanor, like how you present yourself, and like the fact that I love that he got into this role because like it really showed his acting skills.
Yeah, it showed his growth and his what's called range. It showed his range because like he's a good actor for sure. Like I think he.
But he was always in that like take your shirt off, sexy.
No,
like
he wasn't.
He always did
most of the movies but I feel like because
he got big off of Creed.
But people forget about Fruitvale Station and shit like that. I'm like,
he was in Hardball.
He was in some good movies, but like I feel like his most movies like kind of like carry him. So people be like,
he had a big break on Creed. He worked out. He played an iconic role in an iconic movie, so it makes sense because the roles before that he was kind of just like a C-list actor.
No, like I think he always been like a good actor to me. Like he been since he was a kid, he been doing hella movies. But then it's like I feel like when it comes down to it, like I think like Killmonger was like a real good one for Black Panther. Like that.
Until Sinners though, he damn near always played the same person.
He did play the same person. Yeah.
Like even I get it.
Like an angry.
Or like he had like emotional something emotional going on with him. Like he was like toxic masculinity type.
Yep.
Well,
then,
I think though with actors though, when they do get into these roles where they play
they
like
keep casting them.
Well, not even that. I'm talking about like where they get into roles where they got to play like a character from like a different time period or whatever. That really opens up your range now. Versus you playing roles always in the modern era. You can play the same person. Like you don't have to, you can change up like your approach to the stuff, but you're pretty much the same person.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody in this movie did like a good ass job. Like everybody in this whole movie did like a good ass job. Like it's like I feel like Delroy Lindo, like it's like he played in a lot of movies too. Like he a legend. Cool.
Who was that?
The one the drunk
okay.
Delta Slim. So Delta Slim, like I feel like because his role wasn't that big, but then like he played the part in that.
But
and then like and then Annie, the one who was doing like the Hulu and doing all this. Like everybody
cornbread,
everybody like did they shit. Like I feel like it was good. Even like the Asians, they was like really good in this shit.
And
y'all
shout out,
hate me. Picture Boy, the worst actor.
This is first movie, bro. But like he did good.
Yeah, this is first. Yeah, he was a backup singer for her. Like this is first.
And she actually connected him to help him get this audition for the movie. But like I
could tell them like he was probably the worst actor out of all the main characters. Out of all the main characters.
Yeah, he like you can tell they're seasoned. But what's his name? Cooley. What's his first name?
Who is Cooley?
The one who made the fucking movie.
Oh, Ryan Coogler.
Right. Shout out to him for never code switching. Love that with that thick ass accent. Love that.
Cooley. You talking Cooley high? His name Ryan Coogler.
Coogler. Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Coogler.
I love when I hear him because I'm like, this nigga don't code switch for nobody. And he checked them in their blackness because like he did an interview and they were just like, how do you feel about like being the first black? And he like they said that about Black Panther. He was just like Black Panther was not only the first African. Like I wasn't the first African American to like get this history. I was the first. This was the first movie that literally hit these numbers, but he like y'all always associate me with being on the black side, and I feel like we do gotta stop doing it. Like it ain't nothing wrong with being like the black but like shit. Like if I'm doing better than the white people, don't just put black in front of my shit like they doing better than me.
I feel like that's like variety. I just had like we all been touring their ass up on Twitter because they when they put out the results and the money for like sentence, they saying like but it hasn't reached this rule or it hasn't reached this quota or it might be protected to do this.
And the weekend ain't even over yet.
But then they've been making
already like beat the.
They've been beating the hell up every movie. They've been beating it. But then
you see how much they made on opening week so
when
far?
it come down to it, when they talking about the other movies that's in theaters, of course they're the white films. They give like a good headline, but then when it come down to like the black films, they always talking shit.
Add black on top,
and they always drawing shit on it, and it's like fuck y'all, man. So like
the R-rated horror thriller Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan, earned a strong $48 million on opening weekend.
And it exceeded
at initial projections of $30 million and even adjusted forecast of $40 million. The film also earned $63 million globally.
And it's not even. It's only been like a week.
It's the biggest. Sinners is the biggest debut post-pandemic times for original film. Damn.
Yeah, and they beat out a lot of films already. They said that it's gonna be like they said if it keeps on going, it's projecting to beat out Titanic as the biggest Warner Brothers movie.
Y'all go watch Steve. Yeah. Go to the fucking movie.
We go see. I say go see
go
it
see
again.
It twice.
Yeah,
go see the Minecraft movie instead.
No, that's how I ended up with Black Panther. That's how Black Panther grossed $1 billion because like we always going to see that shit like 3 or 4 times.
See, I almost felt bad because I said I was gonna go see it the 4th time, but now because it's gonna beat Titanic, I'm gonna go see it the 4th time.
See, look, so like movies like this though, I think it's really important for the culture. Like they're showing stuff from our perspective that we didn't even know. Like it resonated a lot to me too because my grandma's from Mississippi and she was born in 1930. So during this movie time period, she would have been 2.
Yeah,
because it was like 1932. So I'm like, a lot of that stuff that we're seeing, like them still working on a plantation in the 1930s. My grandma and them was still in that lifestyle.
And for the people who like, I done saw a couple of people like, I'm tired of slave movies. Ain't shit about that with slaves.
No, it's a show.
But it kind of showed like the transition.
It showed it, but like for people to make it seem like it was a slave movie, I'm like, that shit was not a Django ass movie. That shit like it showed the reality of what it was in the 1930s. But I'm just like it wasn't a slave movie.
After the slaves were free.
They still
had to do because they couldn't work all types of jobs. Like you gotta think about it. They just got their freedom. All right, y'all don't have to be slaves. Y'all can work for some money, but
like you still gotta do it to get your money.
Yeah, it's like living on a plantation in the 1930s. And you think about it, that's like almost 70 years after slavery was abolished, supposedly. And this is Mississippi too. So Mississippi was one of the last states, I believe, right, to actually like get their freedom across the state.
Everybody didn't really know. But yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, let's wrap it up. Moral of the story: go support that Black-owned filmed. It was a great movie to me. Like, I feel like you still got time. I feel like I'm gonna go see it for the 4th time. Not gonna
Yeah, I'm probably go again for the 3rd time. Just go ahead, go see Sinners for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th time. Support this man and his film and everything he got coming out, man. Also, him about Jordan Peele coming out soon too. So make sure y'all check that out. But all right, y'all.
That's gonna be one of the ones too.
Yeah, peace.
Real symbolic.
If you vibe with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We here every week dropping knowledge, interviewing new artists, and speaking up for the culture.
Catch us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to never miss an episode. And make sure to keep the conversation going. Leave your thoughts in the comments or hit us up on social media at WTW Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, man. Stay blessed, stay 100, and you're going to catch us next time on 1-to-1 Podcast.